Okay, so here's what it looks like when it was glued. We're uncovering it now. I'm going to take all those little spreaders. Those spreaders were applying pressure on between the two pieces of metal we were gluing together. So we're about to take those little white blocks off, remove them, and see if the glue stuck. The glue's been there. Today is Tuesday afternoon to roughly 3 o'clock. The glue's been there since Sunday afternoon, roughly 4 o'clock. So it's definitely cured. Whatever we're going to get is definitely done. Let's see. Okay, well, there it is, all finished. Don't know how well you can see it here. Let's try it from a different angle. Maybe it'll be better from over here. Still not very good, is it? This is a bit of a nasty place to try and take pictures. But there it is, finished. It's hanging up there permanently. The threaded fastener pieces are glued and cured. I think they're fine. Took the tape off of them, cleaned all the excess glue off of them, which wasn't much. And there it is. Let me try this from a different angle like I just did with the other camera too. Very quickly get under the fender here. Yep, there's no good place to do this. Anyway, that's as good as you're going to see, I guess. Here. There. Now we're not behind the fender at least, but it's still not a good angle. Anyway, that's what it looks like with the piece attached. So there. See you later. On to the next step. Well, there's another angle with the light in a different place. Maybe that's a little better. That's what it looks like. From the ground, essentially. All right, later. Adapters. These are mock-up adapters. We didn't do anything really solid. There's a couple of little tacks where the pipe reduces from 2.5 down to 2 1/4, and the rest of it is foil tape. So we can try these. These are the, what do you call, what are they, 50 series? 60 series.
Flowmaster 60.
Flowmaster 60 series that we want to test with this motor. Because that's the motor that's going to go in Old Hank. We want to hear what it sounds like before we install them on the truck.
And the reason for that muffler is the length, right?
Right. I like the sound of the ones that Scott's using on the 57, the 60 series Delta Flow, I think.
Delta series, but it's a 50.
Right. But they're too big. They don't fit under the Model A chassis. They're long. They're another 4 or 5 inches longer than these. And there's no room under those chassis. So anyway, we're going to try this one. But I want to put it on this motor on the stand here and fire it up just to hear it and see what it's going to sound like. Anyway, we got these set up. I got to roll the stand out pretty much because getting it past the car with them in place is going to be testy. So we're going to roll it out and then bolt them up to the stand here. So we'll try that probably next week sometime. Bye. Hello there. Welcome back to Blue Hind's Garage. I believe today is the 16th of March. And what we're going to do this afternoon is drag that run stand out here with the motor on it and try these mufflers, hook these mufflers up. I have to wait till I get the stand out here because with them installed it won't go underneath the car here. So I'm going to, you see where the stand is, it's buried there behind the cart full of tools, and the cherry picker. So we got to move all of that in order to get the cart out, past the car here, past the underneath the lift, underneath the car, and then install the mufflers on it. The other thing I noticed that, I don't know if you can tell here, you can see maybe, if I can zoom here, see that wheel? You notice the red is missing on part of it? The red, whatever that vinyl or whatever that stuff is coming off, the wheel's coming apart. I have to see if I have any more of those wheels. I had an assortment of wheels. Don't know if I had any more of those. So once I get it out of there, I'm going to look and see if I have any more of those wheels. It still rolls, but that red part of it is coming off. I might just peel the rest of the red off of it, but if I don't have any extra wheels. So anyway, I'm going to try and set you up so you can watch this process of moving all this stuff and getting the mufflers on and all that other stuff. And obviously, I will turn the camera on when we fire this thing up with the mufflers on it so you can hear it too. Anyway, well, let's see how this goes. Very little room here. I need to spend some time. Don't know how well you can hear me. I need to spend some time organizing again. I got some stuff here that really needs to get sorted. Plunk. Yes, dear.
Bye, Ron.
Bye.
Oh, are you on the phone?
No.
Oh, we're leaving. Lauren just got here.
Okay. Hi, Lauren.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Excellent. I've got the video going.
Oh, sorry.
No problem.
All right.
Have fun. Yeah, enjoy. Bye. Come on. You heard it? Clunk, clunk, clunk. Let me go see if I got another wheel. Okay, well, there's what came off of that wheel. The rest of it was broken off. That was the remainder of what had not already broken off. So anyway, I think for now I'm just going to roll it on what's left, because the wheel, I mean, the wheel is ½ inch diameter smaller than it used to be, but it's round, so I can keep using it. So here we are. I'll get you at a new position here, so we can continue. For now, like I said, I'm going to leave this be. Okay, well, there's what it sounds like. You'll hear more of this when Scott gets here. Right now, I just wanted to hear it. I was anxious. like that sound. I like the other sound, the sound of the bigger ones, a little better. But that's okay. I'll accept that one. It's not loud. The other black one, the other black mufflers we had that were about that size were considerably louder than that. This is a good sound. These are a Flowmaster 60 series, I believe they were. I think the long ones are 50 series. Anyway, you hear more of this when Scott gets here. Bye. Let's see how different this sounds from over here. Maybe you can hear it better from this. Right now you're about 4 feet from the muffler, the closest one. So let's see what it sounds like next time we start it up from this position. And I think you can see a little better. You're not kind of facing out towards the sun or whatever else. So again, I'll wait for Scott to get here and we'll start it up again. Okay, here we go. Here's start number 2. Run number 2, whatever you want to call it. Here goes. Trying to get it to go on the next step, and it won't.
Hey, that wheel just destroyed itself.
Thanks.
They must be rotten or something.
Evidently, they're just, from old age.
Wow. Is that a sign?
Up here.
That's
Well, now they're the same size as those.
pretty funny. Maybe that's the thing. Just take the urethane
Just
off.
take the red off, because I was going to do that with the black one. Maybe I'll put the black one back on, take the other red off.
Jeez.
The fuck? Wow, the belt is slipping a little bit. Do you hear how fast it stops?
Yeah.
That's a sign of a fresh motor. Wow. I just changed 2 of these wheels. Because this happened on one of these. See, the red is gone? I showed you already on the bench all the red stuff. These things are lightly used, but they're a minimum of 25 years old. I've been retired for 20 years this May. I had these probably 3 or 4 years before I retired. Because they came from work. I found them in a pile. Somebody was discarding them. So that happened on one of these. So I went and looked in my stash, and I didn't have any more of the fixed wheels. So I replaced those with these two. I don't think you can see that, but they're a little bigger, and they're swivels because that's all I had. And I started the motor up, and while it was running, the stand tipped over a little bit on one side, and I shut the motor off. And as it was sitting there, you could hear this cracking noise, and the other wheel destroyed itself too. So evidently, with age, this stuff doesn't last. Yeah, look at that. It just gets brittle and breaks. Crazy. So you know what? I'm going to take the red off of the second wheel and put the two fixed wheels back on there, because that's going to make it easier to move the cart around.